Many women have been the luminaries and are the luminaries in the field of Indian classical dance. Classical dance, creative dance, and especially after independence, the contribution of women is noticed, known, and acknowledged. Kumudini Lakhia is another important, and she is from Ahmedabad, a talent who uses Kathak to further her style. Her style is devoid of excessive mannerisms and characteristics. A soloist trained under Shambhu Maharaj, she was discovered by Ram Gopal and teamed him on tours like many did before her, Mrinalini Sarabhai, M.K. Saroja, Shevanti, Tara, etc. Born to Jaikar family in Mumbai, in 1930, Kumudini Lakhia learned Kathak from many gurus, chief among whom were Lachu and Shambhu Maharaj. And many years later, she also teamed with Birju Maharaj in many dance productions for the Bharatiya Kala Kendra, that was precursor to Kathak Kendra. She learnt in same class as Maya Rao, Bela Arnab and Uma Sharma. Shambhu Maharaj moved to Delhi in 1955 at the invitation of Nirmala Joshi, the founding secretary of the Sangeet Natak Academy, who had made it possible for this master of Kathak to move from Lucknow to Delhi, where he taught Kathak at the fledgling Bharatiya Kala Kendra set up by the wife of Charatram, the industrialist Sumitra. He was a prodigal. He was born that way. That whole family was. Kalka Prasad, his father, was a tabla wizard, and his father's elder brother, Bindadin, was the Natwar Krishna incarnate. Natwar Krishna is the romantic persona of Krishna, and both he and Shambhu Maharaj specialized in that depiction. The third brother, Bhairav Prasad, did not amount to much in Shambhu Maharaj's words. It is not clear if he meant artistically or as a personal family member or as an influence on him. Bindadin Maharaj was also Shambhu Maharaj's guru by his own admission. A small waspish man, he got totally transferred on stage. He made Krishna the lover, Krishna the prankster, Krishna the savior, and Krishna everything rolled in one. Bindadin never married, but the Begum of a leading state was his chief patron and benefactor and engaged him as a dancer. When he left her, she sent him laden with diamonds and pearls, it is said. But more than these gems, his real treasures were the over 150 thumris that he composed. Unfortunately, he died when Shambhu Maharaj was only 10, and thus the young talent was left guruless. Shambhu was already fatherless since the age of 2. Achan Maharaj influenced Shambhu Maharaj greatly. He was virtuous and godly man. He was named Jagannath Prasad, but because he was full of good deeds, everyone started calling him Acha, good, and thus the name stuck. In his dancing and in his technique, he was exceptional. At a young age, he was appointed a dancer in the court of Nawab Hamid Ali Khan of Rampur. He continued there for 3 years, receiving a high remuneration of rupees 250 as monthly plus rupees 2 as house rent. Imagine if house rent then was rupees 2, then what a sum of 250 implied. Perhaps 2.50 lakhs of today per month. A Kathak dancer was paid that much then. Of course, that dancer was no ordinary dancer and the employer was royalty. Shambhu Maharaj made his debut in 1926 at the All India Music Conference in Lucknow. Those days, these music conferences were the few minor platforms where dance was showcased, and was awarded a gold medal for his taiyari. His head swelled with pride, and when organizers came to me for fixing performances after that, I raised my fee unimaginable to rupees 500, higher than my guru and Bhai Achan Maharaj. But the acha man he was, he never minded, said Shambhu Maharaj. Kumudini was discovered by star dancer Ram Gopal and mentored by him in stage aesthetics and showmanship. She learnt much in travels with him to many places in Europe and America, performing short items. Ram Gopal had a flair for creating cameos on themes from Mughal era like the Taj Mahal, Mughal court, etc. This was fashioned on works of pioneering foreigners like Tetchon and Ruth St. Denis, La Mary, Ragini Devi, who came to India and partake of its many dance forms. Kumudini proved her mettle in group works and was not a soloist of much reckoning in that period. Realizing her strengths and weaknesses, she made it her mission to use Kathak for modern works. Her mind was about traditional lore. This was to come handy later when she branched off on her own. In 1970s, she simplified Kathak aesthetics and aharya by dressing in an ordinary sari and stepped in front of a live audience. Although known throughout India as the classical Kathak dancer, she wasn't wearing traditional stage makeup and adornments. She did not undertake normal Tode Tatkar Tihai of Kathak, but instead created abstract movements which were meant to depict a middle-aged wife and mother conflicted between a need for independence and a sense of duty. For many in the audience, her solo performance entitled Duvidha, Internal Conflict, was a turning point for Kathak dance. The start of a new era, Duvidha was a turning point. The performance of Duvidha was staged less than a decade after Kumudini founded Kadam Center of Dance in 1967 and Music in Ahmedabad. I was trained in the orthodox style of what is known as the Guru Sishya training or tradition or parampara. This is one-to-one training where the student was not allowed to speak or ask questions, even if the students had many questions. It is a rule-dominated style of teaching. After years this training, my mind was full of questions and my body was ready to jump out of its skin. That's when I started teaching, not just because I wanted to teach, but because I want to see the form of dance on other bodies. I wanted to do something completely different. I wanted to create a movement laboratory. I wanted questions asked. I wanted dialogue. I wanted to know what made the dancers want to dance. I wanted to see what I missed, says Kumudini. Kumudini Lakhia also had an excellent PR skills and ability to converse in English, which traditional gurus lacked. She could thus position herself as an avant-garde, thinking dancer, even if she had learned traditionally. Her material was the same, its treatment was different. This was also the time when not so successful soloists like Chandralekha and Kumudini, they both were looking to reposition themselves. A German diplomat posted in Bombay at the Max Muller Bhavan, George Leshner, became the catalyst. He organized an assembly of dancers and the East-West encounter in 1984. That was diving point between those who followed traditional methods and choreographies of themes, content and concepts, and those who wished to sort of try something new or break away. With a lifeline of devotion to Kathak, Kumudini Lakhia's imaginative exploration of the Kathak form for choreography has taken Kathak beyond a specific style into a universe of artistic value. She was one of the first amongst the Kathak dancers after Ram Gopal to visualize this particular dance style in a contemporary context. Some of her well-known choreographic pieces such as Dabkar, Atakim and The Court are landmarks in the annals of Indian dance. She has participated in innumerous dance seminars, given lecture demonstrations and conducted master classes in many dance centers all over the world. She established Kadam Center for Dance and Music in 1967 and in Ahmedabad and has trained many excellent dancers. In answer to a question posed by the young interviewer Kiran Rajgopal, Kumudini shared, "I never did break away from traditional form of Kathak. Training in a traditional form not only gives you the source but also the strength to think beyond the accepted format. I always knew that there was much more to Kathak than met the eye. It was because the performer who played to the applause from the audience, which came only for the chakkars and the footwork, that Kathak vocabulary started to look limited. In the teaching of Kathak, I tried to incorporate much of the Kathak vocabulary which I had learned from my gurus. It was also important to make the learning easily understood and to make the learning experience more enjoyable, as students today are stressed with their academic performance, which has become very competitive. Not all students want to take up dance as a career, but for those few who want to, a special attention is required. Of all my students, those who have become professional in the dance field have a holistic approach to life and have shown a keen interest not only in dance but in the general progress of their environment. I was also helped much by the partnering from excellent musicians. First, my husband Rajni Bhai, and after him Atul Desai, who is an extremely sensitive artist. His strength has been in his interest in literature, from which he gets a variety of information and which has helped him in maintaining a high standard of values and aesthetics. He started to appreciate dance by watching it closely. He felt the pulse of the dance, through which he was able to transform any theme, situation or mood into a musical experience. Our association has been lasted 50 years because Atul Desai's music brought a special artistic experience to one and all at Kadam. Some dance historians also feel that while Kumudini Lakhia learnt with traditional masters, she took the tradition further to make it accessible. And other critics feel that she has offered a new dance language. Her most famous choreographies include Dhabkar, Yugal, Atakim, which she performed at the annual Kathak Mahotsav in Delhi in 1980. She was a choreographer in the film Umrao Jaan 81 along with Gopi Krishna. She is a guru to many disciples including Aditi Mangaldas, Taksha Sheth, Vaishali Trivedi, Sayukta Wagh, Prashant Shah, Sayukta Sinha and Parul Shah. Her well-known other choreographies are Variation in Thumri 69, Venunath 70, Bhajan 85, Hori 1970, Kolahal 71, Duvidha 71, Dabkar 73, Yugal 76, Atakim 82, Okhaharan 90, Nari 93, Golden Chains, Samvedan 93, Samanvay 2003, Bhavakrida 99, Feathered Cloth Hogoromo 2006, Mushti 2005. On December 11 to 13, 2015, 50 years of Kumiben's works and that of Kadam were celebrated by her 100 students at the Suvarna Parva. They came from all over the world and performed their path creating Guru. Another great in the area of Kathak is Maya Rao, Dr. Maya Rao. She was born on May 2 in 1928 to Hatangadi Sanjeeva Rao and Subhadra Bai in Mangalore. Maya was their first daughter after brothers Manohar Singh and Ramesh. After Maya came three other siblings, Shivaram, Uma and Chitra. She was the first educated girl from South India of good background to come to dance of Noch girls. Kathak had fallen to such disrepute that under long British rule, only Kothas and Kothavalis remained associated with the form, though there were exceptions much before Maya Rao, like Madam Menaka, Sadhana Bose, Damayanti Joshi, but none of them from South India. Menaka was from Bombay and Damayanti from Gujarat. Maya Rao was the first lady from Bangalore. Bangalore was where the legendary Ram Gopal had started his studio, where many girls from established families came to learn. His studio in Bansan town was where Bharatanatyam, Kathakali, music and Kathak was taught. For Kathak, Ram had engaged Guru Sohanlal. Maya first learned Kathak from Sohanlal for 2 years from 1942. In 1951, Maya went to Jaipur to continue with her Kathak dance, also teaching English at the Maharani Gayatri Devi School for 2 years. This helped her survive far from home and also gave her secure lodgings. In 1953, she went to Colombo to learn from famous Kandyan dancer Chitra Sen, and she learned a smattering of Kandyan dances. In October 1954, she attended an interview in Lucknow for dance scholarship and was selected to study Kathak at the Bharatiya Kala Kendra in Delhi under Shambhu Maharaj, the nephew of Vidya-mitra Maharaj, who joined as its first guru in January 1955. Maya Rao was his first student in Delhi and spent 4 memorable years training under him. Maya Rao came under the influence of such a great complete artist as Shambhu Maharaj, and she helped him notate Kathak bolts, and this methodology is still being used in many institutions. Maya Rao was a misfit in Delhi, but Govind Vidyarthi, a Malayali photographer married to Bengali dance teacher Reba, who worked in Sangeet Natak Academy, was by her side to support. Their son Ashish gained a foothold in Hindi and vernacular cinema world as villain and character roles. Maya Rao was the first Indian to be selected by the Government of India for the USSR Cultural Scholarship in Choreography. Since the training was not conducted in English, Maya had to devote about 6 months of the training period in learning Russian. Every day 2 hours were allotted to Russian language class and 2 hours for ballet dance training. After 3 years in Russia, Maya Rao returned to India in January 1964, but she had no assignments in Delhi for nearly 3 months since the Department of Choreography for Bharatiya Kala Kendra did not materialize. That was when Kamaladevi Chattopadhyay, then Vice Chairperson of Sangeet Natak Academy, motivated Maya Rao to start an institution for choreography in Delhi. On August 17, 1964, the Natya Institute of Choreography was launched in Delhi with Maya Rao at its helm under the aegis of Bharata Natya Sangh, Indian Center for the ITI International Theatre Institution Trust, affiliated to UNESCO. In December 1964, she married musician Natraj, who enhanced her artistic journey, and together they created unforgettable productions. Their most enduring production, of course, is their daughter Madhu, who the stork left on February 24, 1971. Maya Rao's years spent in Delhi added both to her knowledge of dance and enhanced the dance scene. Though not one to push herself much, she remained a gracious artist who did her work quietly without fanfare. She was also selected in 1960 to go to Moscow, then the cultural capital of dance in Europe, to learn choreography. With N.K. Shivashankaran, and a student of UDAYSHANKAR, she set about to add yet another feather to her crown. That she made her learn a lot, and she can truly be called the first lady from classical background who properly learned choreography. Her 3-year stay there remains most memorable, for she saw masters at work. She traveled to nearby countries like East Germany, England, and France. Upon return, local politics made her key patron change priorities, but a closed door at Bharatiya Kala Kendra became an opportunity for her to start her long association with the Natya Ballet Center in 1964 with Kamala Lal, another important patron of dance and music. Her association led to creation of many ballets like Hoysala Vaibhava, Surdas, Amir Khushru, Ramayana Darshana, Tulsi Ke Ram, Venkateshwara Vilasam, and Krishna Leela. Leading dancers of today like Raja Radha Reddy got a break in such ballets in Delhi. In 1986-87, two events made her move back to Bangalore. The cultured Chief Minister of Karnataka, Sri R.K. Hedge, made her in charge of the Sark festivals, and the equally cultured Cultural Secretary, Sri Charanjeev Singh, made her in charge of the folk festival part. Rajiv Gandhi attended it in 1986. From 88, her Natya Institute of Kathak and Choreography was affiliate to Bangalore University until recently, and through her course, many students have benefited. Vijaya Marthand served it for 3 decades, so did many others, all having left after Maya Rao's death. Today, if Kathak and choreography as a discipline have grown manifold in the nature in this region, it is thanks to her effort. She has been the lone candle whose light has dispelled the darkness. Many friends and patrons like Vimala Rangachar have supported her art and institutions in the practical ways, and Maya ji has a huge circle of fans and family who cares for her genuinely. Her own students, from seniors like Sai Venkatesh, Vijaya Marthanda, Satya Charga, Shakti Roberts, Sona Chand, Shahid Pasa, to young talents like Madhu, Satya Raju, Niru Raju, Nandini Mehta, Ashok Kumar, Tushar Bhatt, Ramya Brinda, Jacob, Janardhan, Ponamma, Anahita, Aparna have shown what good training and great Guru can do. An art form has survived because of Guru Maya Rao. In publications and archiving, Guru Maya Rao has created syllabi and textbooks for Karnataka Secondary Education Board's Kathak examination. NIKC's library houses more than 3,000 rare books on the performing and fine arts. There is an audiovisual collection of the choreographies. Digitization of the archival dance photographs spans the last 7 decades. Maya Rao has conducted extensive research on Kathak, Ras and Bhagavad traditions, Yakshagan and other operatic dance theatres, the Natya Shastra, world history of dance, folk and ritualistic forms. She has written numerous articles on dance and choreography for several leading regional, national and international publications. Her lecture demonstrations on the choreography, dance and history have been put together in the form of a DVD titled Maya to Matter. Maya Rao was the recipient of several awards, including the Sangeet Natak Academy Award of 1989 for for her contribution to the field of dance and choreography. Her daughter Madhu Nataraj is also a dancer and choreographer and has started STEM Stamp Company, a branch of NIKC. Maya continued as a consultant choreographer at her institute till her last days. Maya Rao's autobiography, Maya Rao, A Lifetime in Choreography, was written based on previous in-depth biography penned by Ashish Khokar and released by playwright and Jnanpith awardee Girish Karnad in July 2014. Maya died of massive cardiac arrest shortly after midnight on September 1, 2040, very recently, at MS Ramaiah Memorial Hospital, Bangalore, where she was admitted around 11:30 p.m. due to complaints of breathlessness and chest pain. She was survived by her sister Chitra Venugopal and Uma Rao and daughter Madhu Nataraj, Kathak and contemporary dancer. Thank you.